I poured enough wire down in there that I think it will hold just fine. Yeah, and it's hideous, but I think it'll work. Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, no leaks. We're good. Oops. So now we can move on with the heat shield and button it up. If there's some high temp paint on it, make sure it doesn't rust anymore. So let's come back over here, and we'll take off the ground again because we're probably going to be doing some more welding. So we'll pop the ground back off, and we'll see what it's going to take to get this heat shield to fit and not be rattling around everywhere. Really happy with the muffler now. That's great. It's amazing how much a crappy muffler will make a thing just feel like a total piece of crap. Not that this isn't, but it's amazing what a difference that makes. Okay, so the heat shield, this is the bottom, so it goes on like this, and then the exhaust pipe comes around this hole right here. So this is the bottom, and the bottom, I believe they had these riveted from the factory, and it's, you know, right now it's been banged on, and it's just fallen off. And then right here, and they're bolted on from the factory right here, and you can see a tab here, and there's no tab there because it's actually attached to this right here. So I don't know. My inclination is to pop this piece off, weld it back here, leave that there, and then just come over here and weld this back to the muffler. I mean, there's no reason not to, really. So, and that's part of the reason I took the grinder here and cleaned that up. So I kind of anticipated that would be the case. So let's do that first. Let's weld this tab back on, and then we can slide this back on here. And tack it to the muffler or to the shield, whichever it looks like it needs to. Maybe both. We'll see. This is probably just going to snap. Looks like a 5/16. Nope. It's not just going to come off there, is it? Oh, why would it? That's fine. I've got a grinder. Just cut it off. I gotta clean this up anyways. So it looks like this is actually mangled right here too. I'll probably fix that before we slide it back on, so at least it fits somewhat properly. It's supposed to go underneath, or where are the rivets at on this? Looks like, yeah, it's supposed to be underneath that, I think. Jeez, that thing is just super freaking mangled. Alright. No sense in fighting it. Now, this is the main piece we were going for. Now we got something to weld to there. Alright. Ground's unhooked. what? Let's do some more welding. Something like that. Should be close enough to me. I am not a good left-handed welder. Really not good at left-handed. Oh well, it's on there. I mean, I probably messed up the tip doing that too. Let me get some NOS dip on it. Up on the tip there. That'd be fine. So now, let's bang this back into shape. I don't even know what kind of shape. Some kind of shape. What kind of shape? Should I just let it go like that? I don't know. I need to play around with this a little bit. So I took the shield over to the bench and shaped it a little bit from where it had been rolled and mangled. And then I painted back inside the assembly, so got some high-temp paint back in there. And we're ready to close it up. Nothing's fitting great, but I'm just gonna come over here and zip in this tab right here. You can see it on camera. Yeah, that's that tab we welded in. So I'll zip it in right here just to hold it in place. Do the same over here, and then work our way around on the sides to try to close it up. Like I said, nothing's lining up perfectly, but as long as the grill clears up here and the side flaps don't vibrate against, you know, like the welds that I just did or anything like that. All right. Where's my glove at? Oh, don't fall off. That's pretty good. So basically just plug welded that. No big deal. That's not going anywhere. Do the same with this side here. Maybe lift that up a little bit. Like that. Now she's in there, kind of. And just gotta get everything else. You get the bottom. There's a bunch of, there's like 3 or 4 rivets on the bottom, and then there's a couple that were in across the top here. So you gotta get it lined back up. What's happening here? It's gonna move. Does it not want to move? What's going on here? Let's bring this over here. Maybe. Yeah. Oh, I remember what I did on the other one. I said screw these rivet holes up here, and I just put a couple stitches in up here, which is probably what I'll end up doing with this one too. Is this? Okay, so gotta do something about that. Don't want it vibrating and rattling around like that. It's just janky. But that's okay, I can address that here in a minute. Probably just bend it out a little bit, and then maybe, no, it's too far from that. I might just bend it out a little bit. It's just hitting the welds. That's fine. Just tack this in here. Right now I'm just kind of going through, with the exception of the plug welds, I'm just going through and tacking stuff together to make sure everything fits before I get too far along. Well, it's not going to be the same because it's back, so whatever. Okay, go back there. Yep, we gotta fix that. This little vibration here is probably okay. I think that's going to hurt anything. Yeah, now we got to come down here and put some tacks down there where we want to hold that. Oh, that's running out of room. Okay, that's good. One more over there. That's all right, we'll do a little more. All that stuff looks pretty good. It's just that over there. I gotta get that and stop doing that. Other than that, it's pretty good. Let's see what we can do about that on this side. What we got here? Well, really not much we can do. We can pull it out a little bit so it has less of a chance to hit it. That's fine. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. That's fine. Just fix this corner right here where it got split and it got rolled over. How do you roll one of these things? What do you have to be doing to roll one? I'm gonna turn down the heat. That's fine. You can clean that up. I think. it back here where it was. I'll stiffen it up a little bit. Yeah, I think as far as vibration goes, that's probably as good as it's gonna get. Okay, here we go. I got this tacked in about every inch, just across the top there. These were the factory holes, and no longer bothering with those. I did this on the other 2166, worked out well too. And then went around a second round on the plug welds there, and then buzzed them down flush. Here's the corner repair that was all mangled. That's been repaired. It actually sits on there pretty straight. It's not bad. It's not perfect, but I think it'll work. And if you look from the side, it's pretty much, it's pretty good. Underneath here, it was hard to see and hard to get to, but I tacked it all in along the bottom there. So the next step is just going to be to paint it. I think we got the vibration out of it. I don't think anything. This ear right here was the one I was worried about. I just bent it out a little bit. So let's hit it up with some paint and see how it does. Then of course we got to test run it again after we paint it. Start with the hard to get parts. It was like 40 degrees last night. This paint is really not very happy right now. Go. Right. Okay. We'll double check, make sure everything's okay, it doesn't vibrate or do anything funky, and then the grill can go back on. The only other thing I don't know is now will the grill interfere with the muffler? There's a lot of things that are bent, twisted, and I didn't bother test fitting the grill before I put the muffler shield on, so I think it's okay. I won't know for sure until I test fit it. So. First step is just test to make sure it works. Rattling or doing anything funky. Oh yeah, that's great. happens on most of them is that they rub right here at the corners, or they come around. This is like where the muffler shield area is. You can see on this side too. So that's what we're checking. Make sure it doesn't interfere with the shield. Barely. I think this side actually is bent, so it's not a good indication where it would be, but it looks like we're clear on this side. Right. Yep, we're clear on this side, and actually we're actually clear all the way around. I'll show you. Alright, one last close-up, and then we'll bolt it back together. So, underneath here, so these are slotted so they can move a little bit. I always put them in the furthest forward, because that's typically where it likes to be. Now this grill is bent, like in here, this is all squished back, but it does clear. You can see where it's curved in there and it shouldn't be. But it does clear, so it's not going to hit anything. I could work this on the bench a little bit and get it better than that. Not that it really matters. And then on this side, what we got? Yeah, we're pretty close to the end of the travel there. And then, yeah, you know, it clears. So, yay! I put the bumper back on, and yeah, she runs. Actually, a little bit more enjoyable to run now that it's not making all that racket. All right, that's it. It's fixed, and we didn't have to take it out, which is great. So on to the CH16. Head gasket, seals, all that stuff. See yous.